So here we are at day 2, San Diego Comic-Con, here with the wonderful Sherrilyn Kenyon, and we're here to talk about her books and some movies possibly also coming out.
I hope so, yeah. That's what they keep telling me.
Yeah. So here we have a banner of all of the books that have been out or some are coming out. Let's start with the big one, the Dark Hunter universe. Give us a little bit background for the people who haven't read them, who don't really know like how to insert themselves into the series, because I know there's a lot of books out right now. So,
well, they're mad, bad, immortal. They're protectors of humankind. Slay demons, daemons, and all the preternatural things that are out to get us.
So what book number 1 is Night Pleasures, I believe?
Right.
So do you suggest fans to start with that one, or how would they insert themselves? Because is every book a standalone, or do you have to start?
Yeah, but the beginning's always a good place to start. Stygian is a good entry point. That'll be the one that's out in August. It takes a little different spin than the other ones. We actually go behind to look at the bad guys, and you get their unique spin on it.
Oh,
so
I love that.
You come in from a whole new angle to the series, so it's kind of fun. You know, it really goes deep into their whole mindset of what it's like to be cursed by the gods. So yeah.
I love that, because you usually only get one vantage point from the protagonists, the good guys.
Right.
To come at it from a different angle as villains, that's an amazing take on it. It gives everybody a different side of the story, a different thing for everybody to like.
Right.
So some of the other series that you have, the Chronicles of Nick. So tell us a little bit about that. How does that fit into the Dark Hunter series?
They're kind of like both a prequel and a sequel to the series. So it starts when Nick is 14, and right as he first discovers the Dark Hunter world and how he gets into it. But he's also a very pivotal character. And it looks at his relationship's a little different. He, from the very beginning, he's part of their world, but he's also, I'm trying not to give spoilers for people who haven't read it. To their world, he's a unique creature. He's not quite human. He's other. And so the next set, they're the original 8 books, and then we're doing Shadows of Fire, which is his next 4 books. They take place in the future. So you go from the past of the current Dark Hunter books, while they do go into the past, like right now there's the Dead Man's Cross trilogy, which is set in the Golden Age of piracy. So those are definitely way in the past, but the bulk of the Dark Hunter books are contemporary. And Shadows of Fire takes place like 3,000 years in the future.
Oh my
goodness. So you get to find out what happens
That's
to
a
a
big
lot
jump.
of the characters. Yeah.
Okay, so are there going to be a lot of cameos, do you think? Or is that spoilers?
Yeah, I can't tell who though.
Okay, that's exciting. So tell us a little bit about, because the Dark Hunter universe is so large, tell us a little bit about all of the different series that go into it. Because I know you mentioned the Dead Men Walking. They fit into it how?
Well, they're part of the Hell Chasers. So there's different branches of Dark Hunter. You've got the Dark Hunters, the Were Hunters, the Dream Hunters, and you have the Hell Chasers. So each one's it's like our world, you know. It's ginormous.
It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, right. You've got the Lords of Avalon. So each group kind of focuses on their own specialty of what they pursue and how their rules that they have for what they're trying to slay or what they're trying to corral. And in the case of the Hell Chasers, they've got the gates to hell, or to the hell dimension, that have opened up, and they're bubbling out the bad guys. And so the pirates are trying to get them back in to their little genie bottle before they take over the world. And in the first one, it's actually the ex-wife of the hero.
Oh.
So yeah, there's nothing worse than we got to lay him out of hell because he's the only one that knows how to put her back in.
Yeah, it's a little bit of multiple kinds of hells in that one.
Yeah, right? It's like, oh my God, what do we do now? And,
Okay, so tell us a little bit about, I heard through the grapevine, because I've read a couple of your books, and I've heard through the grapevine over the years that there was an announcement of a movie coming out.
Right.
So is there anything you can tell us about that, or is it everything still in the works?
They're working on it. Well, one of the directors that's working on it is, he's oh my gosh. Oh, I'm on con brain. It just went out of my head. He's the director that works on Godzilla for Netflix. And I cannot believe I'm pulling a total blank.
It's day 2. In
wonderful.
all of day 1, I thought it was day 3.
Well, it's day 4 for me because, we had to set up the booth. I cannot believe it. Forgive me. Oh, he's such a great man, too, and he's a wonderful director. And I am so bad with names.
Everybody has these moments. So
Yeah. Oh.
the director, at what point in the process is everything kind of in
Development.
pre-production?
And we're working on the script and all, but it's really cool because we're pulling from Dragon, a lot of the older Dark Hunter characters. So it's gonna be
Okay.
interesting.
So it's kind of set in the beginning of the series,
Not
would
in
you
the
say?
begin- Well, not exactly, but it's set a separate timeline so that the fans won't be going, but that's not like the book. So they kind of have
okay.
their own.
Uh-huh.
So it'll
it's kind of like a
complement
parallel.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
it'll
okay.
complement the books and not detract from them.
Okay, so
we
that's
won't-
a good starting point for anybody who hasn't read the series then.
Right,
If they
right.
if they don't want to read, if they just want to like catch a nice hour and a half, 2 hours.
Right. So you'll learn other things about the universe that you don't already know, and everybody will be happy that way. And we won't have to deal with.
And the people who have read the books can jump in and learn something new too. That's
something
amazing.
for everybody. Yeah.
Do you have anything else planned for after the movies, or what are your next books that are coming out?
The next ones that we'll be doing are the Silent Swans. Oh my gosh, I did have comrade. Silent Swans. It's a different kind of. I'm going back to historical for a little bit. What I want to do is give to the founding women of the country that people haven't really heard from. These are heroines who have been lost to for whatever reason. You know, one of the first ones, Cecily Farrar, who's known as the founding mother. And most of, whether it's Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, all of these great historical figures come from this one single woman who came over to America as a 10-year-old orphan.
Oh, I love that.
And nobody's ever heard of her.
So it's kind of like taking a look at all of the beginnings of the strong women in the past and how they set up everything.
Right, yeah.
That's amazing. I love how all of your books in all of the series that you've written so far that I've read have strong male characters, but they have really prominent women figures that can really hold their own against their counterparts.
Right.
Where do you take inspiration for writing these kinds of characters?
Well, you know, I'm Southern, so my dad used to joke. My dad did, 37 years in the Army? And he's like, oh, honey, he did 5 tours of war. I went to war, honey, because it's the only place I could get peace and quiet from your mom. So, you know, it's, when you're Southern, it is, you know, the only thing more fierce than our men are our women. And our men are nothing to laugh about, you know. My dad would wrestle a bear, and I wish I were joking, but he did. But my mother was truly terrifying. You know, my dad was my sympathetic parent, so... Yeah.
It's like the people who really wear the pants in the family.
Yeah.
Maybe they're wearing skirts, maybe they're wearing a dress.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was this, I hate to tell the story, and I'm sorry for people. My brother loved snakes, so I'm apologizing to snake lovers. But yeah, you know, there was we grew up with water moccasins. When we were kids, we were playing, and we hear a gunshot. None of us know that there's a snake right about to at us, and you look up and it's my aunt, who's this quiet, dainty little Southern belle, wearing her little Sunday best with the gloves on, and a double barrel shotgun.
That's like a cover right there. That's
I know,
perfect.
yeah. And
oh
she
my
doesn't blink.
goodness.
And then Danica puts the shotgun down and goes back in the house. We're like,
It's
done.
tea time.
Okay,
Oh my goodness.
you know?
That's a common, probably. Yeah, just day to days. Occasionally a barrel wander up. Okay, let's put the teacup down.
Yeah. I'm going to go kill that snake, you know, yeah.
That's amazing. Can you give me a little bit about how you came about starting the Dark Hunter series? I'm really interested in how you came out with the idea of building the universe. It's huge.
Oh, yeah.
So where did you start, and how did you end up coming to this point, like 20 plus books into the series?
Well, it was one of the serendipity. I mean, I was working a lot of jobs in college because I really wanted to be educated. And my parents were, you're going to go to school, you're going to go to school. And I got to the 18 and suddenly it was, you know, well, there's no money. So I had to work 3 jobs. One of the jobs was as an editor for a science fiction magazine. And we had no money. So he was, can you come up with a serial? I went, okay, great. Can I do vampires? Well, we do science fiction. Okay, can I do vampires? So he said, okay, fine. If you can get a subscriber base, go for it. And silly me, I was also working for a local paper. We were Halloween time. I was doing legends. So I'm talking to my professor like this and interviewing him. And I got, you know, the stuff that I was doing all went back to ancient Greece. And I postulated this question to him. Well, why has anybody picked on the ancient Greek god Apollo? He's god of plagues. He's god of the sun. And right in the middle of the interview, I ran out on him. The whole idea came to me. I'm like, somebody needs to write that vampire legend. Oh my God, it's me. Yeah, and the next day in class, he's like, "Did we finish our interview?" I'm like, "No, but I got a great idea for a story." So
It's amazing. That's the best kind. Just instantly it comes in and okay, I gotta go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm lucky I passed the class.
All right, so tell us where we can find out all of the news, the upcoming books, release dates. Where can we find you?
SherrilynKenyon.com. The site is a little not updated because I'm here, but it'll be updated really soon.
All right, that sounds great. Is it same for all social medias, Instagram, Twitter?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, everything spirals off of there. Twitter's a little backwards. It's Kenyon Sherrilyn.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you so much. This has been Sherrilyn Kenyon at San Diego Comic-Con.
Thank you.